You're listening to the Laker Advantage podcast, Insights and Sidebars with Dr. B. Well, school's back in session, and seems to be going pretty well, Dr. B.
I would say it is, Kyle. The weather is absolutely beautiful, which we'd love to see for the start of the semester. But more importantly, with the start of the academic year also means we start our athletic seasons.
And we have an exciting guest today, Director of Athletics, Bill Jackson. What you got going on this year?
Well, this is an exciting time of year for us. As we start to get back into July, we get an opportunity to get our student athletes back onto campus and watch the excitement build around them and that opportunity for them to get out on fields and on courts to the opportunity to compete again.
And what can fans of Laker Nation expect this year?
Right now we're in the midst of our volleyball season. I actually got an opportunity to travel with them to Rockford this past weekend as they opened up. They had a really good tournament and a really good showing up there. They went 4-0 on the weekend, so really good start for them. We got baseball and softball that are on full tilt when it comes down to their fall practices. They've already started that, about a week, 2 weeks away from them opening up fall scrimmages. And men's and women's basketball have been hot at it since middle of July, and just continuing to develop as they build towards October when they can officially start full-on practices.
When we're looking for new students to come, what kind of athletes are we looking for?
A lot depends on the program, but I think from a general overall view, what we're looking for is good people, students that are well-rounded, that understand the academic side as long as the athletic side. We want them to understand that they come in and represent not only themselves, but they represent Lakeland College and our athletic department as a whole everywhere they go. So we're looking for people that are great people that understand those roles.
And what does Lakeland offer those students?
Right now, currently, from a sports standpoint, one, we give them an education. That's one of the best things that we possibly can do from an institution standpoint is give them that education. But from a sport offering standpoint, we currently offer volleyball, baseball, softball, women's basketball, men's basketball. We started clay and trap shooting this past year, which has been a great addition to our athletic department, and board just approved here in August the opportunity for us to continue to move forward with cross-country program and bring cross-country back, which is an exciting time for us.
And Josh, how are our students academic-wise?
Our students academically who are in athletics, I give our coaches and Director Jackson a lot of credit because our students excel academically. One of the things I think people forget is that athletics on a college campus is really integral to the learning experience. It's part of what creates not just a well-rounded student athlete, but it creates a well-rounded campus experience for the faculty, the students, everyone who comes out to support those teams. It's another way that we build a culture around Lakeland College. And I'm proud that Lakeland College has continued to invest in athletics in the last number of years. We've put in both new softball and baseball press boxes, continue to renovate the field to new scoreboards in the last number of years. Fieldhouse has gone through some major renovations, not just to the classrooms in the Fieldhouse, but new men's locker rooms renovation, new women's locker rooms, a new cheer space. So, we really recognize the importance of athletics to creating a well-rounded college experience. And our athletes don't disappoint, not only with their performance on the court, but with their performance in the classroom. As Bill mentioned, we recruit a high caliber of student. Most importantly, is they're called a student athlete because it's about being a student first and an athlete second. And so we're really proud of all of our athletic programs at Lakeland College.
And what kind of support systems do these student athletes have?
From a support standpoint, and as Dr. Bullock just mentioned, one of the things I'd like to really mention and we spotlighted at board meeting was this past year, all 5 of our NJCAA teams were academic All-American teams, which means they were all cumulative GPAs up over a 3.0, which is a huge thing for them. And they're supported not only through our coaches and our staff within our athletic department, but also the faculty on campus help and do a great job of supporting our student athletes and our students as a whole. Our tutoring center, Kim has done an amazing job when it comes down to giving our student athletes an opportunity to get some help when they need help. And now with our new early alert system through Navigate, we've been able to work when Emily was here to be able to get some midterm reports and some at-risk reports which has really given us an opportunity to get on top of the student athlete early if there is an issue academically.
And what kind of future opportunities open up for athletes to come to Lakeland?
Our ultimate goal is we're a stepping stone for our student athletes, for them to have that opportunity to move on to the four-year institution. That is our ultimate goal, is to get them that education and continue to watch them be successful both on and off of court and in the classroom. So our ultimate goal is to move them on to that four-year level where they can move and get that bachelor's degree. We want to see them graduate and be ready for the workforce and be moving forward.
And how often do these students move on to those four-year institutions?
In my time here, which is I'm in year 12, we are from a four-year, moving our student athletes on, we're about a 95% moving our student athletes on to a four-year institution.
And I've noticed that a few of them are making the names for themselves on the majors. Can you give a little insight on those student athletes?
Yeah, right now, currently, we have two student athletes that are still in professional baseball right now. I give our current head baseball coach a hard time because both of them I recruited, but they did play for him, but I was the one that recruited them. So Hayden Birdsong here, Mattoon local, has done a really nice job here this past year. Got an opportunity in the big leagues and is held pretty strong. I looked at his numbers the other day, and ERA is pretty good. Strikeouts are really good. He's got a really good future. And then Cole Papelham, he's in AA with the Padres right now. So he's been closing for them and been back and forth. He was in the Arizona Fall League, which is the best prospects in each organization. So he pitched in the Arizona Fall League last year. So he's got a shot as well.
And in recent history, Lakeland brought home some hardware for the women's basketball team. What can we expect from them this year?
They had a really nice run last year. A lot of freshmen. They were freshman dominant last year. Got an opportunity, got an at-large bid into the national tournament. It was the first year of at-large bids for the NJCAA at the D2 women's basketball level. They'll start off in the top 10 again. They're a top 10 program in the country. He's got a lot of returning sophomores, so it's going to be a fun group to watch to see what they can do. And Dr. Bullock and I joke all the time. We got one ring, and I got 9 more fingers. We got to figure out a way to get those 9 other fingers rings on them.
And Dr. Bullock, how does the athletic program translate to getting other students in the classroom?
The nice part about athletics is it's really for the community. We really work hard to ensure that we have players from our district who are playing on our teams. That not only gets the community in, parents, friends of the family, but it's a great way for students to engage. And for the community, the students come in to say, hey, I know these players who are on the teams. I want to be at Lakeland College so I can watch them play whatever sport they may be a part of. So it's just, athletics are overall a great way for us to build a sense of community at the college and to build on our community at the college. And we hope everybody takes advantage of that.
How does intramurals look at Lakeland College?
That's been an ever-changing thing. Ever since we've come back onto campus out of COVID, it's trying to regain the student involvement and student involvement back on campus. We saw numbers kind of increase this past year and have seen a nice increase in participation this year so far, which has been a really nice thing to be able to see the student engagement piece come back into play. So we have an intramural director, Gabe Black, that does a really nice job of programming, and it gives the student an opportunity to play some softball, play some pickleball. We've done pickleball, we've done dodgeball, we've done basketball, we do volleyball. We do a lot of different sports and an opportunity for the general student to get engaged and stay engaged within the campus community.
And you mentioned that we've got cross country possibly coming back. What other things can we expect in the future for athletics at Lakeland?
I think we constantly are looking at where our student population numbers are for each sport that we're currently not offering. That's something I do every year, is pull out and look from freshman through senior throughout our high school district and see what numbers and participation numbers look like in sports that we're currently not offering. Always looking at those things, trying to figure out, is there something that we're offering that we're seeing a big push within our in-district students that might look to want to participate in that. That was one of the things that we looked at with Clay and Trapp. When we looked at adding that, there's over 220 students that are participating in Clay and Trapp within our high schools within the district. A huge number when it comes down to it, and we've been able to draw on that.
And how do our athletes impact the local community?
I think when it comes down to it, our student athletes coming into, one thing that we always look at, and I talk to our student athletes all the time about, is understanding that for some of them, they're not from this area. For a lot of them, they are. They are from within our district, and they have the opportunity to bring in money to different businesses and be able to get out. One of the things that we try and do is get involved within the local community as much as we possibly can with all of our student athletes. So we try and get them out and integrate them within our overall community, which I think is really huge for their development as people, is allowing them to get involved.
And I heard there might be a new facility going up for our athletes. What's the future on that?
Well, Dr. Bullock might be able to chime in on that one a little bit better than me when it comes down to it. We're really excited about an opportunity. It sounds like we're moving in the direction of being able to have an indoor facility that will also house a concession stand and restrooms, which is something that we've needed for quite a while out at our fields. When we poll, I do a lot of polling and a lot of surveys of when we have people on campus, and I want to see what their experience is. And one of the main things that I get in those surveys is we don't have restrooms outside, which is a big pull when it comes down to it. That's something that everybody seems to want. So this facility, not only will it house an opportunity for our student athletes to get a little bit better, and we've worked out a little bit of a partnership within the campus or within a community partner to be able to help us drive that. But I think that's going to give our student athletes an opportunity to continue to develop in that building.
And what kind of time frame are you looking at for Dr. Bullock?
We're really looking at hopefully having something constructed by about this time next year, hopefully in the September timeframe, because not only will it serve our athletes at Lakeland College, but as Bill mentioned, we're hoping to have some partnerships in the community because we want to be able to get people on campus. And of course, one of the big events that happens in September for Lakeland College is we are host to the Great Community Partnership for the Special Olympics Family Festival. And that building we hope will help with the Special Olympics Family Festival event as well, to provide some space for the athletes, especially if we should face inclement weather. So fingers crossed, if all goes well, about this time next year, we will see a beautiful indoor practice facility located out by the Ball Diamonds that has restrooms and concessions.
All right. So those are future amenities. What amenities do we have now that athletes could look forward to when they come here?
One of the things that I always look at is we've had great support from not only our board and Dr. Bullock and our cabinet and not only them, but also our campus community as a whole. We're spoiled. We're very lucky in what we have when it comes down to our athletic facilities. As Dr. Bullock mentioned earlier, our locker rooms have been renovated here in the past year. For both volleyball, women's basketball, and men's basketball, which have given us basically Division I pro caliber locker rooms within the field house, which is an awesome thing for our student athletes. Dave Earp, one of our men's basketball assistants, spearheaded a lounge and study area and concessions area for our student athletes, which has been amazing. On my cameras that I look at every day, it's constantly packed, and the student athletes are really utilizing that. It's an opportunity for them to get in and do some things on a computer, or be able to hang out in between classes or in between practice and in classes, and it's just allowed them to create that community within our athletic department, which has been an awesome thing. But as Dr. Bullock mentioned earlier, we're constantly looking to renovate our fields and continue to make sure we're providing top-notch facilities for our student athletes.
And what's that one thing you're looking for in a student athlete?
That's a very tough question when it comes down to narrow it down to one thing. I think when it comes down to drive, and what that student athlete has is something I talked with my oldest son last night about, his understanding that nothing is going to be given to us. we have to be able to go out and outwork and outwork other people if we want something. So being able to do that, and I think that's something that really we look for in our student athletes is that drive aspect.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just like I mentioned before, I can't mention how much and understand how much support we get from our board of trustees and Dr. Bullock and the cabinet and the campus community. So excited about this coming year and excited about our student athletes again and excited to see what type of championships we bring back this year. So.
All right, go Lakers. Dr. Bullock, you got any last insights and sidebars?
Well, Kyle, you may not know it, but we have this odd phenomena at Lakeland College. Do you know that when you're in the field house for an athletic event, after the field house is full and the game's in session, the temperature actually goes down? Did you know that?
I did not.
And do you know why the temperature goes down?
Do I want to know?
I think you do, and it should be quite obvious. It's because of all the fans.
Bill, you see what I got to put up with? All right. That was passable, I suppose.
It's getting better. I appreciate it. Passable is good for me.
You've been listening to the Laker Advantage podcast, Insights and Sidebars with Dr. B.